What's up, you Tubanites? Welcome to Lords of the Long Box presents the Cover Price Top 10 for the week ending October 9th, 2022. Wow. Will Wolverine and Deadpool reign supreme, or will we get some werewolf by night? And also want to thank you guys for we're hitting a milestone of 1 million views, even after we started the channel 3 years ago. So stick around toward the end. We got something for you. Nice little thank you. So make sure you stick away to the end for the giveaway, and I'm going to tell you what exactly that is. But in the meantime, let's get you, because you know it's October. You know we just don't play any old regular music for October, right? It has to be some type of horror theme. So let's get right to it, shall we?
Happy Halloween, bitch.
Yeah, just hit me.
Oh yeah.
DJ Lady Style, a.k.a. The Busy Girl.
Oh, our good friend DJ Lady Style from Halloween. You guys didn't know that was her till the very end, though, did you?
It was good.
Yeah. Let's get right to it, boys and girls. This serial is sponsored by our friends over at CovrPrice.com, focusing on this is the top 10 selling trending books in both price and units moved. So we will kind of get into some drama, but not too much. That some people
Drama? What kind of drama?
they were a little bit in their feelings, but you know what? It's all good. You know, it's also sponsored by our friends over at myslabbed.com. Tired of paying 10, 15, 20%, join the 1% revolution. And let's get right to it, boys and girls. This is the Cover Price Top 10. As always, there is a runner-up. What is this week's runner-up?
So number 11, we have Wolverine number 154 from back in 2000. Wouldn't you know it, Deadpool and Wolverine are still feeling some heat from last week's announcement. While most Wolverine versus Deadpool books fell off this list, this particular book, with the two battling it out on the covers, clinging to the runner-up spot. Tracked 15 copies sold, 7-day trend 125%, high sale of $130 for a CGC 9.8, and a raw near mint fair market value of $24.
There you go, Rob Liefeld. You made the list. So Wolverine number 154. I mean, this continues. I was going to do an over-under, but, you know, with the Werewolf by Night series that came out, I was like, you know what? I wonder how many kind of Werewolf by Night books would inundate the list. So be curious.
I know there's going to be one at the auction on Saturday.
Ooh. Oh, Ryan. Oh, there you go. All right, so the runner-up is Wolverine number 154. All right, let's get right to it. What do we got for number 10?
All right, number 10, we have Batman 126. This is the Tyler Kirkham NYCC Whatnot Battle Damage exclusive. It's limited to 1,000 with close to 200 New York Comic Con exclusives. It was hard for any to stand out. Amongst them is a new entry into Tyler Kirkham's popular trend of battle damage covers, with this one featuring Batman. It was a clear winner amongst collectors. We tracked 10 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 227%, with a high sale of $145 for a raw copy, and a fair market value for a raw near mint is about $136. 200, you guys.
That's awesome. That's a sweet ass cover, though. I like that a lot.
It is. It's pretty nice. Not gonna lie.
I'd like to see it foiled, though. That'd be really, really, really cool.
Good call.
Wish may come true. It's con season, so it's also foil
if it
season.
happens, call me, would
Why
you?
not? Has to take that cover. But yeah, I mean, I guess Tyler Kirkin, these became popular when he was doing them for Invincible and then the Whatnot exclusives. So we shall see. So number 10 on the list is Batman number 126. Nice to see you got a DC book on here and a Batman book on here. All right, this should be no surprise to anybody since there was a new reveal from a particular character from second trailer.
Yep, here we go. Black Panther number 2. And with the debut of the new Wakanda Forever trailer, we caught a glimpse of the new Black Panther. While the face beneath the mask was not revealed, many believe new Black Panther will be revealed to be none other than Shuri. The reveal of female Black Panther has caused this issue to reach new heights of popularity. We tracked 15 copies sold, had a 7-day trend of 163%, and had a high sale of $450 for a CGC 9.8. $150 is about where the near mint fair market value for raw books is right now.
Yeah.
No surprise.
Can you go to see it? Are we still echoing? I think I fixed it. It was Zach. His echo cancellation was disabled, so I enabled it. So
well, thank you.
Yeah. But
It's
thanks
better
for all
now.
you guys for pointing it out. Jesus Christ, man. King to go to stay to point out. God damn, I'm trying to remember if I still have this. Yeah, I know I sold some of these at the Last Lord's auction. So that just goes to show you, tune in Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific. We throw some bangers out for a good 2 to 3 hours, depending on how crazy we get with it. Welcome to Crazy Benny Stereo World. So, yeah. So number 9 on the list is Black Panther. Number 2, what do we got for number 8?
Number 8, we have We Live number 1 from Aftershock Comics in 2020. So on October 4th, Inaki Miranda, co-creator of We Live, tweeted, "We don't know how much longer we'll be able to keep our mouths shut." This was paired with the Netflix logo. This was enough to light a small fire under the We Live book. Track 16 copies sold, 7-day trend of 183%, high sale of $95 for a raw copy. However, a near mint copy has a fair market value of roughly $29.
Well, that's pretty good to see something different on the list every now and then.
Yeah.
How's my audio sound now? Jesus Christ, we're just having all kinds of technical difficulties.
No, it's better now.
Okay. See, Laura, you didn't even say anything.
Well, I was listening at first and I was like, wait, is it bad? But no, it's good now. You're good.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so We Live, number 1. Wow, kind of creeping in there. Wow. All right, shall we get on with number 7?
Number 7, we have the New Mutants number 98 from 1991. Deadpool's first appearance saw a huge boost during the COVID comic boom before trending back into more affordable territory over the last year. However, that may not last long thanks to the recently announced third film in the franchise. Not only does his third outing reportedly feature the return of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but it will also be the first time the Merc with a Mouth will appear in the MCU. We tracked 30 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 101%, with a high sale of $1,575 for a CGC 9.8 and a raw near mint fair market value of $606.
My God, I had 5 copies of this at one time, and I no longer have any copies. And you know what? I'm fine with it. It's fine. You know, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, 9.8 for 1,500. That's way lower than when. Remember at its all-time high when Deadpool.
I think it was in the 4,000s, easy.
I want to say like 3,500
Yeah.
runner for, but let's just say there are tons of them on the census. So to just make it on this top 10 list is a feat in its own. So 7-day trend of 101%. That's not too bad at all, but you'll see in a second. What do we got for number 6?
Here we go. It's Edge
Damn
of
it.
Spider-Verse,
had this
number
in my
5. You had this? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens. David Lopez is the artist, and this is the 1 in 25 ratio variant. Each of the new Spider-Verse comics has introduced new and exciting spider people. In the final issue of the new series, we see the debut of Spider Weaver, Spider Hunter, and a special character from the directors of Into the Spider-Verse. Interestingly, only the first and last issues of this series have 1 in 25 ratio covers. We tracked 41 copies sold. It had a 7-day trend of 95%, and it had a high sale of $55 for a raw copy. You can still get them for $28.
Yeah,
Near
there you
mint.
go. Anytime Batman or Spider-Man introduce new characters,
Oh yeah.
you can almost stamp it that they're going to be on this. I mean, hell, nowadays it's any new character because, speculation is at an all-time high. Not saying that's good or bad, spec, flip, whatever you want to say, but they're waiting for the next big thing. And being that, I guess the part of the team that are doing the animated movie created the character. Is that what you're saying? Is that what I read?
Yeah, the directors or the creators.
Yeah, so you're gonna see, I think, a ton of new characters in the new animated film, which I cannot wait. What the fuck is it? That's what I thought. I saw this on my LCS. I go, that is a weird ass fucking. What am I looking at here? That is.
I like it. It's different.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if that's a character. But hey, you never know, man. Let's take 5, smoke them if you got them, if that's still a thing, if people still say that. And let's hear from our sponsor, My Slabs. Join the 1% revolution if you're tired of paying 10, 15, 20% or more.
The platform designed by collectors for collectors just got even better. MySlabs.com is proud to now feature dedicated sections for both raw cards and raw comic books. Browse over 100,000 slab collectibles, authenticated by the industry's most trusted grading companies. Then check out a massive selection of sealed wax and now raw singles and raw lots. Join a passionate, no-nonsense community of nearly 50,000 members and enjoy some of the best buyer and seller protection in the business. And as always, My Slabs offers one of the most disruptive pricing models in the hobby, with seller fees as low as only 1%. So the next time you're forced to pay 10%, 20% or more to sell something from your collection, head over to MySlabs.com, the low-fee marketplace by collectors for collectors.
All right, so number 6, Edge of Spider-Verse, number 5. This is obviously, I don't know why they almost call it volume number 2. Wasn't it? Volume number 1 was called Edge of Spider-Verse 2, wasn't it? No, or was it called? What was it
No,
called?
Edge of Spider-Verse 2 was the book
First
that
appearance, so-
was the first
yeah,
appearance of that. But yeah, it was Edge of Spider-Verse for sure. Yeah, it should be volume.
All right,
2.
let's get. All right, we're halfway there, boys and girls. What do we got for numero 5? Okay, don't all speak at once.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I was on mute.
That's okay.
I just looked at my microphone. I had to sneeze, so I muted myself, and then I didn't take it off.
Well, that's very good.
Number 5, Star Wars, Dr. Afra, number 24 from Ricky Yagawa. Star Wars lore is ever growing, giving the fandom more to research, talk about, and collect as time passes. With the release of this book, we received the first appearance of the Dark Seekers, members of the Sith who wield red lightsabers. Many may confuse them with the Inquisitors, yet they stand apart. Dark Seekers are meant to protect the Sith from other threats instead of hunting Jedi, while also aiming to eliminate the Ascendant. Even worse bad guys than the Sith in several ways. The fantastic addition to Star Wars canon, and one the fans should be after. Tracked 41 copies sold, 7-day trend of 105%. High sale of $23.48 for a near mint plus raw copy, and a near mint fair market value of $13.
I've never seen Star Wars books gather this much attention since The Mandalorian. Frankly, I mean, when Clone Wars came out, it really didn't move comic books that much, but damn, once Mando came out and you saw Ahsoka Tano, and then you saw, remnants of what could be the Rebels and everything, there's a lot to be excited for in the Star Wars universe. And speaking of cover price, stick around toward after number 1. I'm gonna tell you guys how you can win a 6-month free subscription, full-blown subscription to Cover Price. I'm going to give you the details after we do number 1. So stick around, and then we'll pick a winner next Tuesday show. So a 6-month, and you know how it works. If you already have a year subscription, it adds on another 6 months for free. So if you already have it, you can still partake. Cool. Yeah. All right. What do we got for number 4?
Number 4, we have Spawn number 1 by Image Comics, 1992. As frequently noted, Spawn is one of the most beloved modern comic characters. Driven by nostalgia and McFarlane fans, his first appearance remains the best and most consistent aftermarket seller year after year. McFarlane teased, quote-unquote, big news going into NYCC and dropped that Joker's Scott Silver, Falcon, the Winter Soldier's Malcolm Spellman, and scribe Matt Mixon are teaming up for the Blumhouse Spawn feature. Also, with McFarlane's signing at CGC on the horizon, many are looking to acquire last-minute books to submit. This is all factored into this week's trends as Spawn's reign continues, with 44 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 114%, with a high sale of $220 for a CGC 9.8. Apparently, the same book, upside down in a slab, will run you $600, which we don't track.
Apologies to Laura and the rest of you guys. Obviously, it's Spawn number 1, not Spawn number 14. So I should have proofread that, but that was my Ron Burgundy moment where I just literally read what's on the screen. But yeah, it's Spawn number 1. For those of you who are on Twitter, saw this morning that Rob Liefeld had a meltdown that Spawn number 1 beat out New Mutants number 98. Saying that this, that, and the other, and had a tit for tat with folks on Twitter. He eventually deleted it, but I'm pretty sure if you go on there, you could probably find people. But this is not that's why the show is different. We're not specking per se. I mean, people may spec, but it's based on real sales data, right? So it's based on amount of units sold and the percentage that they're sold, just like the Near Nirvana show, talks about those trends that's coming up right after our show. So, we're not a list of, hey, these are the top 10 comics that you should get. That's a totally another show. We're not barbarians. We're not savages that way, at least on the Tuesdays and Thursday shows. Maybe on my other shows I am, but so Spawn number 1. So yeah, they're, isn't
that kind of awkward for him to kind of talk shit on Spawn with McFarlane being his friend? Like, that just seems really, I don't know. It makes me feel really uncomfortable if I was shitting on your book over my book. You know what I mean?
I don't know if they're that close, to be honest with you. I mean, they're each doing their own thing, but you can expect a ton of Spawn books to be popping up on all kinds of sales platforms because of his signing that he's coming in. I mean, I think last time somebody estimated 10,000 books were submitted to CGC for Todd McFarlane to sign. So you got the infamous T. McFarlane signature instead of the usual Todd McFarlane, how he spells out his entire name, because he was inundated with books. You're going to see a lot of Todd McFarlane yellow labels be flooding the markets pretty soon. And there was a bit of controversy last time too, when he moved the signing from December to January. And I was told it was because, why add on to your tax on December when you got onto your tax for the following year? But what are you gonna do? All right, Spawn number 1, not number 14, but still a cool book. Little Malbosia. You know what? For the longest time, I had no idea how to pronounce Malbosia when I was reading Spawn until the cartoon, the animated series came out and the movie came out. I was like Malabogia, Malbosia. I was like, I had no idea how to pronounce the evil clown's name. But all right, now what do we got for number 3?
Well, this is Night of the Ghoul. It's fitting for Halloween comic covers. Francesco Francavilla and Deadline is reporting that in competition with multiple studio and streamers, 20th Century Studios has landed rights to Night of the Ghoul, an upcoming graphic novel by Eisner and Harvey winning author Scott Snyder and illustrator Francesco Francavilla. Set to direct is Rob Savage with 21 laps. Laps is Sean Levy, Dan Levine, and Dan Cohen producing. We tracked 70 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 139%, with a high sale of $20.23 for a raw copy. It's important to note that raw near mint fair market value for these books runs at $6.
Is Sean Levy the son of what's his name from Schitt's Creek? Is that the same guy? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know.
My girlfriend loves that show, and every now and then I'll catch it and I'll just be like, whatever. And then I find myself laughing because it's just a ridiculous, Eugene Levy is obviously old school, and his son is in it, and they can, I don't know, just you'll find it. It had quite a few seasons. It's actually pretty funny, man. So, Night of the Ghoul number 1. I dig that. See, you got to see, this is the type of shit you need to show for hashtag Halloween comic covers, man. Night of the Ghoul number 1 from Dark Horse coming in at number 3. What do we got for number 2?
Number 2, we have Dark Ride number 1 from Tom Whalen, the Thank You 1 per store variant. So this amusement park dark spoof recently debuted last week. Tom Whalen delivers the 1 per store Disney-esque cover which quickly picked up popularity. So far, the first issue of this series has received multiple positive reviews and favorable reception from the horror comic community. Tracked 50 copies sold, 7-day trend of 196%, with a high sale of $125 for a raw copy. A raw near mint fair market value for this book is $78. Damn.
I like that book. That's a cool.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like that a
digging
lot.
this. Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a
it
good
has.
story too. It's really fun.
Yeah, I mean, it even has like the old school Disneyland like font logo there.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think it was like I thought it was Disney book to be honest with you at first. You never know, but that's a pretty cool homage, man. So look at that little devil with this crazy ass.
I would have
mustache.
assumed that font is copyrighted.
Right. I was just gonna say I'm surprised they let him use the D because
Right.
that's like a big
Maybe
deal
it's
with
off a little bit. We'd have to compare. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd be curious to see like the logo may be copyrighted. The font is maybe I don't know if the font can be copyrighted. So interesting. Very interesting thought though, Ryan. I'll think about it hard tonight while I'm sleeping.
Dude,
All right, number 2 on the list. is Dark.
I need a thesis in the morning. Okay.
You will get my thesis in pieces. All right, Theseus. Little geek mythology on you there. Dark Ride number 1 to Tom Whalen. Thank you. Perseverant. Cunt Raw Dog 125. All right, that leaves only one left. One can only be left standing. And yes, you guessed it right.
Here we go. All right. Wolverine number 88, the deluxe edition from 1994. Last week, the internet was on fire upon the announcement of Deadpool 3 and the inclusion and return of Hugh Jack's Wolverine. While Deadpool and Wolverine's key books are still seeing brisk sales, this issue received immense attention and held on to the first place title into week 2. Why? Well, you probably know by now, but this issue features Wolverine and Deadpool's first meeting and battle. We tracked a massive 125 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 110%, with a high sale of 647 for a CGC 9.8. The current near mint fair market value is about $78, and 9.8s are settling at $470. A raw fair market value for a near mint copy runs for about $78.
Man, Wolverine number 88, the direct deluxe edition variant. Yeah, man. I'll call you can call me if I'm wrong, but it sure does seem like an odd announcement to make, that Feige. I mean, until I see Feige announcing it and seeing Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on, San Diego Comic-Con together. I mean, also there was reports that Deadpool 3 is delayed along with like Avengers Secret Wars.
Secret Wars is 2026 now. That's probably why they put this out, just to kind of keep everybody calm when they drop that.
Yeah. Ironically, though, the Kang Dynasty didn't get delayed. So the Blade movie got pushed. Yeah. So, they're shuffling things around. And remember, there's still some empty slots that they haven't named yet. So, hey, take your time, do it right. Like that song says, man. So there you go, boys and girls. Hey, I want to thank you. We would have hit a milestone, 1 million views.
That's awesome.
For our channel. That was relaunched 3 years ago after it was taken down. We had to grind to get it back together. Thank you to everybody who's been part of this. CovrPrice, KRS Comics, My Slabs, Laura, Manimal, Zach, Darkside Jedi, Otto, way back when, Marty from Comic Book Fanatics, everybody who's ever been a guest on the show, JLS Comics, all the moderators holding down a wrench. Appreciate you guys. For this, we're going to give away a 6-month free subscription to CovrPrice, full-blown subscription to CovrPrice. If you already have a CovrPrice subscription, it'll add on another additional 6 months for free. After the video post, in the comment section, leave a comment of hashtag LOTLB giveaway. Because I would say hashtag, LOTLB 1 million, but that's too much. Just hashtag LOTLB giveaway. Make sure you spell it correctly because I'll be using a randomizer to pick out that specific sequence. And then we'll do a drawing next Tuesday and you'll get a 6-month subscription to CovrPrice. Any last words, Zach?
No, that's a great prize. And didn't they just, I feel like I just saw an email a couple of weeks ago about the CLZ and CovrPrice linking up as well. So
that's right. Yeah.
Finally kind of having the two machines talk to each other, which is really awesome. But
two machines talking to each other.
So yeah, great prize,
zeros
great
and
show,
ones.
and tune in for the auction on Saturday.
That's right. Darkside Jedi, any last words?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Come to the auction. We're ready. It's been a minute. I got some stuff and some things, and some stuff.
Some stuff.
All right, we'll just leave it at that. All right, Laura.
That's good sell.
Any last
We are
words?
covering Elsa Bloodstone right after this. So
Nice.
head over to Near Nirvana. We got a really good list for tonight over there too. And congrats. That's a huge thing that happened for this channel. And I can't wait till we get there one of these days.
It takes a village of idiots to really
right.
get all this together.
Happy to be one of the idiots.
And we are that village of idiots, you know. Anybody could be a peasant, but not everybody can be a lord and lady.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So we will see you guys, I think tomorrow, maybe for long-term spec list that we're finishing off for the supernatural stuff that we did last Wednesday. If you haven't checked that out, put us your question now. And we're going to finish that off with long-term spec list tomorrow with Mikey Sutton, along with Letters of Long Box. And then Thursday for the CovrPrice Shakers. And then Friday for the Lords of Long Box live YouTube auction. Been long gone time waiting, but we're going back old school, just the way you guys like it. Bringing bangers, and make sure, I'm going to tell you guys now, make sure you have live chat enabled, not top chat. Just leave it that disclaimer out there right now. So until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.
The world's three greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
Know that the Lord is
Shake and bake and pull it back.
in this. You shall know that the Lord is in this. You shall know that the Lord is
Go on and get some, boy.
What the heck is the deal? I'm the best there is.
in this. You shall know that the Lord is
What's in the box?
Like a spider monkey.
Guys, leave the comment after the video post and make sure you're subscribed. Peace.